What was a new habit that you found in 2022? A mistake that you did in 2022 that you wish never happened? Cutting ties with my boyfriend. Hi you guys, and welcome back to the channel. I don't know if you guys are seeing me or seeing us, but we're trying to make it work. Maybe later on we'll probably get a better setup, but for now this is what it is. So welcome back to the channel. So I'm officially starting, I'm gonna say like a kind of newish segment on my channel where I invite different guests.
It's a pop.
It's okay. Why would you? Did you shake it up?
I didn't.
Oh
If I shook it up, oh no.
Okay, so like I was saying, I'm going to be starting like a segment on my channel where I invite different guests to come and pretty much speak on different things regarding life, relationships, I guess just things that they have been through or lessons that they have learned, reflection, whatever they want to talk about or whatever the topic is for that video. I mean, you guys already know. But yeah, basically, that's what the video will be about. But before we jump in today's video, I just want to shout out today's sponsors. So today's sponsor is Bubblylux, which I think I'm going to let the owner speak more about it. So I might as well just introduce her. So today's guest alongside sponsor is
Tab.
okay, man, I'm gonna put up like a little thing over there. But anyway, so she is today's guest and also today's sponsor. So I think it's best if she tell you guys a little bit about her brand, which is glassware, as you can see.
Yes. So this is one of our collections from Bubblylux. Basically, we are a luxury glassware company. We mostly feature for champagne and wine glasses. So yeah, like you can celebrate with your, you know, significant other, yourself or whatever. It's just more about appreciating yourself, self-love and all that stuff. But yeah, you guys can check it out. But yeah, this is our limited edition one, so it comes in all black. It's kind of sexy.
Limited edition.
Yeah.
Do you have a social media that they can find you?
Yeah, so you guys can find me at Bubblylux_ on Instagram and on TikTok. So that's BUBBLYLUX_. Yeah, and you can find all the details there. Actually, I don't know when you're gonna post this, but we have a contest going on right now, a giveaway, so anybody can participate.
When is the contest
Ending?
Ending
On February 10th. So the giveaway is basically for you to get a set for Valentine's Day, so you can celebrate.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. They'll probably have like 4 days. This video will be posting on Monday.
Okay,
February
perfect.
6th, so.
Yeah, so you guys still have a chance to get yourself a set of glass and post it up for Valentine's Day. Why not? Even if it's like by yourself, if you don't have a Valentine's Day, that's fine. So yeah.
So if you guys want to grab your glasses, head on over to Bubblylux. I'm gonna put the name on the screen and also link the Instagram and website down in the description box if you guys would like to purchase your glassware, whether it's for a special occasion or you just feel like you want to spice up your home. Definitely check the description down below. Now oh wait, that is true. So now that the business part is out, let's get on to the juicy section and what we're really here for today. So basically today we're going to be pretty much reflecting on the year 2022. So what I actually did, because I know how it is when you're drinking and you start talking, especially me, sometimes I go off topic and I didn't want that. So I went ahead and I wrote down 7 points. Each point that I'll be talking about, I'll be putting it on the screen so you guys can follow while we're talking. So yeah, I'm gonna basically go through the 7 points, which are questions, and then we'll basically just answer it, give our thoughts, and basically just summarize whatever the question was. Okay, so the first question for both Tav and myself is, what was a new habit that you found in 2022? So a new habit that I actually started, well, like I used to do it, but I took it more serious in 2022, but it was really the ending of 2022, like November-ish, that's when I started it, was holding myself accountable of my days by writing down what I'm supposed to do. I don't know if that's a habit, but I started doing it on a regular now, so it's almost as if I don't follow through with what I wrote, I feel like I did not accomplish my day. So I don't know if it's really like a habit, but I started doing that and it has really done, it has really made a difference in my life.
For me, I guess my habit would have been, I decided that I wanted to challenge myself to just like step out of my comfort zone, because I'm not usually a person that's like putting myself out there and stuff like that, and this is kind of one of that. So I'm like trying to keep up with that. So I decided that I'm gonna be a little bit more present on social media, maybe like whether I'm just reposting like a meme or something that I can relate to or I thought that was funny or whatever. So I started doing that a little bit more frequent, just to like get myself a little bit more chill, because I was in a totally different mindset. So I felt like I had to start doing that. And yeah, so that's one of the habits that I developed, and it's all right. Like I don't allow it to consume me. I just know my pace and I just work with that.
So the second question is a mistake that you did in 2022 that you wish never happened. Or a mistake or a regret, something along those lines, something that you wish you could actually take back. It's not like a specific regret, but I feel like in 2022 I allowed people to get the best of me. So that's one thing I actually regret. Like,
I have to give you some snaps for that one, because it's so true.
Yeah, like I allowed people to get the best of me and like kind of draw me out for no reason. Well, not just for no reason, but I allowed it. And I think I should have never been in certain situations where I'm allowing people to draw me out and make me, because it's like after a while I'm sitting down and I'm like, so I dish, like really I dish argument, like foolishness. It's just like I remember the situation where somebody asked me for something and I forgot to send it to them. So some stuff was going to Jamaica and I forgot to send it to Jamaica. You know about it. I don't want to really go in there. And I genuinely forgot to send whatever they asked me for to Jamaica. I mean, I tell you no. When the people don't chastise me, and then after I'm sitting on, like it's like the person got to me but never didn't really, because after a while I recognized it and I was just like, why am I sitting on arguing about something that I genuinely forgot to give to you? Something that you asked me for, like not even you but someone else asked me for, and you took it up on your head to think like it's okay to come and attack me for something I genuinely did not remember to give to you. How am I sitting down argue with you for something I genuinely forgot to do? So it's just little things like that happen, and I was just like, why? Like, why did I even like the very first moment this person messaged me, I should have been like, okay, now I'm not gonna reply, out of sight, out of mind.
My regret would have been moving. Like, I regret moving to where we moved last time. I felt like, okay, I felt like I had a dumb effing moment. Like, I really felt like that. Because then I started looking into it and I'm like, okay, maybe I thought maybe it's gonna help me to save, but in the end it ended up costing me way more, you know. And then I started like looking at the whole situation on a different perspective, because I felt like they were like grouping people and putting them in a specific area, and then we kind of like fall for it. So that I regretted. That was like one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made. Like, I regret that.
Remember a day you felt lowest, and what did you do to get over it?
Oh my god. I think one of mine would have been like, it's gonna be related to the question that you're going to ask anyways, but it was just like, you know, when you've given your all to something and that's all you know and that you commit to, and then you realize that it's like, not that it's goes unnoticed, but it's just like you're not appreciated as much as you would have wanted to, and you're risking so much. And then you start reflecting like, why am I going so hard for that person or for this situation and not for your own self? You know. So those, like, I had that moment, but then I had little things as well, but it's personal, I would say. But yeah, I had quite a few low moments, not gonna lie.
I feel like it was actually cutting ties with my ex-boyfriend. I feel like, even though like it's not like I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like, I think we both, which is we as in both me and him, we kind of allowed the situation to get to a point where it was like, especially back then, like in 2022, like now it's kind of calmed down, but it's like almost like we hated each other at one point. Like, he was saying things and I was saying things, and we were just like back and like, I feel like when you made your life around this person for a while, even if, you know, in the back of your head you're probably thinking like, oh my gosh, it might not work out, but you're still thinking like, okay, we kind of built a little connection, so even if we're supposed to separate, we can separate under good terms, under good condition. We can just call it quits, which, why, I don't know what lifetime that I got but you're kind of expecting that, because you guys kind of shared good, I mean bad moments, but good moments as well, like the good would kind of, you'd remember the good, so when it's time to like go separate ways, it's easier. It's not so hectic and drained and toxic, and like, it's not so much of a burden to just say, you know what, I don't think it's working out. I think you need to find your path and I find my path. Like, we could always be friends later on, but for now we just can't be anything. Like, I think it's supposed to be a little bit easier, but it's harder. And as much as people would like to say like, but if you do so much, or if she do so much, it must easy if you just walk away. But it's almost like you made a friend.
No, like,
a very close
friend.
So much with that person.
So it's hard.
I should say, like, I wouldn't say like, yeah, if I should say one of my lowest point was probably that I could speak on. Like, I definitely had lower than that, where detrimental type of low, but I just don't feel like speaking on it. But if I'm supposed to just answer the question for the answer's sake or for YouTube's sake, I'll say that. Okay. So the next question is, remember a time you felt genuinely happy? Because we can't be too sad, you know, but genuinely happy.
You know, wait, you want to refill?
Yeah,
I think I want to. I think my moment of like genuine happiness last year would have been actually going on vacation with my sister. That was one of them, and when I actually stopped when I walked away from my job.
So
yeah, I felt like I was finding myself again, because I was like so drowned in this thing for so long. And I was like, I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't get any scary emails last night. Oh my God, I didn't get a 4 a.m. phone call.
I hated it
this morning. Like,
I hated it.
So I was like, oh my God, like this feels good to have like a normal life, like that moment, and like just like being away somewhere else and just enjoying with my sister was like one of the best for me. Yeah.
I think the best moment for me in 2022 was when I celebrated my 25th birthday. And reason being, ever since I was a little girl, I always told myself I have to celebrate my 25th birthday. Growing up, birthday celebrations was never ever a thing. You know how some people, when you're born, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 birthday celebrate for them every single year. I was never that kid. Like my mom didn't have the money. That money was that should have used to celebrate that birthday for me needed to go in something else. Not even something for me, but something else. So I always told myself I wanted to do something like a big celebration for my 16th, 18th, 25th, 21st, 25th. But it was always for my 25th birthday, because I said that birthday for some reason it was going to be very special to me. And as a kid, I imagined what I would do.
Yeah.
And how happy I would feel
Is this
to
your
know.
quarter for second
I'm
birthday
like how
too,
happy
right?
I would feel to actually get to be able to celebrate my birthday. And the fact that I planned it and saw it through, I was just like, I don't care how much money this is, I'm going to do it, because this was, it's almost like, it might not be big for some people because they're used to birthday celebration, but it was very big for me because as a kid, this was something I dreamed of. Literally, like usually sit down and think, what would I look like on my 25th birthday? But at that time, I
never had those thoughts. I never celebrated any. I never had any parties either.
I didn't, but you know what? Let me tell you. So where I grew up, because we grew up in a ghetto, so nobody really cares about birthday celebration. Like, listen, if it's your birthday, you get a bun and cheese and a supper gin. Happy birthday to you. And I always think about my 25th birthday. Come on, just like princess at that time. What was the highlight of 2022?
The highlight for 2022.
It can be whether it's good or bad.
It was to always choose yourself. Choose yourself first. Choose your health first, and your mental state first.
So your highlight was basically you choosing yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Because those things are important. If you don't have those things, like, there's no purpose to me, right? And so choosing yourself first with anything. If it's not gonna bring you happiness, don't invest your time into it, you know? So the reason why I say that is because as I was saying before, with my job and everything, I felt like I gave a good solid 5 years of my life dedicated to this company, and I neglected families, friends, my significant other, my own self, just to do that. And then when you start realizing that you can be easily replaced, what's the purpose anyways? If you're losing your sleep, you can't rest, you notice your body is breaking down, it's not worth it. So my highlight was choosing yourself first, finding something that you actually like and enjoy, and put that energy into it. And that's what I decided to do. And that's why I have my own brand. Yeah.
Bubblylux. So the highlight of my 22 was when I got my first official invitation to what's it called? To the oh my gosh, the events. from being a content creator. I got invited to an event that Pretty Little Things did. I got invited to Nick's. So it's the fact that plus one, right? It's the fact that I'm sitting down and I'm just like, I think about it all the time, and I'm just like, me. It's me. You know, and even though I might not have the largest followers on Instagram, but it's just like, who is me? How am I getting an invitation to these brands? And people might think of it like it's nothing, but for me, it's a big accomplishment. It's a big deal for me because who would have thought? Yeah. So if I should say a highlight, it would definitely be that. Okay. So what was so this one and then that one. sorry, I'm so sorry. So how was growth? Like, did you grow in 2022?
I would say yes. I was developing growth for 2023. So when I say that, I mean there was so many different changes and moving parts and all that, and like learning myself all over again. And deciding to like challenge myself and like stepping out of my comfort zone. So I definitely saw growth in that sense, where I was like, okay, all right, this is not too bad. And just like overall like living life, basically, like, because I feel like I did not live life. So I felt like now this year it's a little bit easier because I already put certain things in place. So now I can actually grow from what I said. Like it was just like, you know, when you plant the seed needs to grow. So it's like setting up those things so I can like grow for 2023.
Yeah, so basically I kind of grew to accept the fact that people will be people. I used to, whether it's in relationships or friendships or family, I used to always think like, what if I would I never do this to them? Like I always think that way, and then I have to accept the fact that not everybody will be as whole. Not everybody be like you. So even though you might be the person that would say, okay, but if Sam's is supposed to come here without any doubt, Sam's also gonna have him back. But that means that I'm supposed to expect that Sam's going to have my back as well. And I think it should be okay, because people are just people. Like, that's just who they are. And sometimes that's when it starts to burden you when you think in your mind, but they're not supposed to stay so. But you can't change somebody. Like, this is how they are. It's the fact that we're trying to change them and we're trying to see a version of them that we would have loved for them to be. That's when it starts draining. It starts getting draining and it starts getting toxic, because you're expecting certain things of them. You're expecting this version of them when they're really not that person. So I feel like I've learned to just accept the fact that people will be people and they're just who they are. And it's now up to me to decide whether or not I want that person in my space, whether or not I want to talk to that person, and just whether or not I want to accept that person as though they are, or just let them be who they are. And I'm who I am. Not to say like I'm going to see this person, argue with them and cuss them and tell them you're this and you're not that, you're this type of person, and if I did me, I'm gonna do that. No, none of that. If this is how they are, that's just how they are. And if I feel like you're this type of person and I don't feel like I want you in my space, that's just that. Yeah. So the last question is, what was the most valuable lesson learned? Wow. I kind of feel like it kind of ties into growth in a way. But I guess you have to learn the lesson to grow from it.
Absolutely. I guess for me, the most valuable is knowing when to walk away. The signs are usually there, and then you're so invested that you don't see it. Really, Psalms?
No.
Knowing when to walk away. Like, sometimes I feel like people tend to pretend, or like, I won't say pretend, but be
In a way.
oblivious. Yeah, you're oblivious to what's really the truth, or you know that there's an underlining truth to this. Like there is something, right? You had an intuition, but regardless, you disregarded it, and you're like, I'm still gonna like just go with it anyways, right? And then you come back full circle, and you realize that I should have just listened to myself the first time, you know? So for me, oh God, okay, chill. So for me, that's it. It's like, if you notice something, you should say something, voice your opinion, and if you know it's not for you, walk away from it.
This dog is so annoying. But anyway, so for me, the biggest lesson that I've learned last year is, if you already have your mind made up about something, don't prolong it.
That's like knowing when to walk away.
I don't think it's like knowing when to walk away. Because it's almost like it's not yet started. Walking away from it is like it's already started and it's going good, and it's time for you to walk away because it's done its time for whatever reason, whether it's for a good or a bad reason, but it's just time to walk away. But I feel like the prolonging it is the fact that before it has even started, you already know it's not going to go anywhere, but you're still there prolonging it. Like it has consequences. And if I should tie it to anything, I'm gonna put it to, for example, a relationship. If you know that you don't want to be with this person, and like eventually you don't see yourself with this person, don't even start it. Like, don't even start. Just let it be. Like, they come around, whether it's a boy or a girl, whatever it is, like, don't even start it. Like, just let it be. If the person comes around and they try to talk to you, the moment they speak, I'm sure it's gonna take at least by the second date, you'll know if this person is for you or not.
Yeah.
You know, don't allow it to go on a third date because you're like, maybe there's something there.
Yeah.
But it's like,
now you're trying to like make up excuses
as to why you should start something.
Yeah.
But you kind of know from the second date. The first date, you're just like, okay, maybe it's because it's the first time, yada. But if you go on a second date and you still see that, leave it alone. It's not going to work. And I'm not saying give up. But it's just like sometimes you realize that the cons outweigh the pros and you're still pushing it. Just let it be.
Yeah.
What's for you will be for you. And don't run down anything. Don't force anything. Just let it be. Yes. Let things flow.
Yeah.
Don't try to. It's almost like we're trying to alter with life. Our destiny is already set. There's nothing we can do to change it.
Yeah.
If God forbid I'm supposed to die by the time I'm done recording this video, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Right?
So stop forcing certain things, certain business adventures. Leave it alone. If it's not for you, just leave it alone. If you're not ready for certain things, leave it alone. Just work at your pace.
Don't take up where
you can't manage. And just to prolong certain things. So that's the biggest lesson I've learned. Just don't prolong certain things. If you just know from the beginning, this is a person not gonna be for me. The business are not for me. Just leave it alone. For sure.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we have come to the conclusion of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If there's any topics or life lessons that you guys would want us to talk about, then definitely let me know. Let us know. If there's anything regarding the questions that I've asked, if you have your different answers, then definitely put it down below in the comment section so we could talk and have our little conversations down there. But before we go anywhere, please remember that Bubblylux was today's sponsor, and the link to everything will be down in the description box. So if you guys like to purchase your glasses, definitely check down below. They are having a sale. They're having a giveaway actually, which the giveaway is for February 10th. I'll be posting this video on Monday, February 6th. So you guys have 4 days to grab or do whatever challenge it is to get your glasses.
Yeah.
And they're also having Valentine's Day sale. So if you guys don't want to go out and you want to stay in, but you still want to be bougie,
Yep.
for sure,
Get you one of
Bubblylux
these.
is the way to go. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you are notified whenever I post, and leave all your comments down below.
Say subscribe, Sam. Say subscribe. Subscribe.
I should kiss the camera. Go kiss the camera, Sam.
Go. Come.
Go kiss the camera.
Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Oh, I don't know. Oh, the red one.
Yeah.
Sam, kiss it.